It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and boy, isn't the supermarket beer world really hotting up. Between the 6 supermarkets, Tesco's, Morrison's, Asda, Sainsbury's, Lidl, Aldi, and the other one, 7, Marks and Spencer, they are all literally piling into the canned craft beer market. It's absolutely fantastic for us because it means I think they're all going to start kind of, yes, they're going to get them on the shelves, and then they're going to start competing to see who is the best supermarket, naturally, because they're all competing with each other anyway. But who's going to win this battle, this outright battle of supermarket craft beer? Just today, I've been to 2 supermarkets, picked up 8 beers in each. I'm going to show you 8 now from Asda. I've picked up another 8 from Sainsbury's. Check out that video, it'll be coming out anytime soon. And since then, I find out that Morrison's have got the North Star, the new North Star by Northern Monk. It's like North Star 2, and it's got hazelnut. So as soon as I finish this, I'm going to be jumping in the car and driving down to Morrison's to pick up that beer. It's so busy. But again, goes back to a really exciting place for craft beer. Lots of people talking about it, lots of people buying it, and yeah, it's all good, I think, in the long run. So we're going to start off with Siren's Crystal Cove California IPA. 6.2% ABV, £3 a can. Siren beer, exclusively brewed for Asda. Next up, we have a 7 Brothers. This is a Honeycomb Pale Ale. That sounds pretty good. Maybe a little bit of honeycomb in it. We got a Fourpure Citrus Session IPA at 4% ABV. Followed by a Fourpure Citrus Double IPA at 8.3% ABV. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. And this is the brewery I think that's really benefited from, well, 2 breweries have really benefited from the supermarkets. And I think this is Salt Brewing Company. Started drinking their beer in Tesco, followed by Morrison's, followed by Sainsbury's, and now they got a beer exclusively brewed for Asda. £3 a can. It's called the Hop, and it's a single hop series Mosaic edition, and it's 5% ABV. Another £3 can of beer. Next up, we have a Gelato Tropicale, a fruited ice cream sour at 5.5% ABV from Kirkstall Brewery. Looks like Kirkstall have changed their branding a little bit for this one. The other brewery to really benefit from the supermarkets is got to be Vocation. They've done extremely well out of selling their beers to the supermarkets. I remember their breakfast waffle. Blimey, that must have been about 3 years ago now. That was sublime, a sublime beer in Tesco. This is called Perfect Storm, and it's a New England Pale Ale at 6.6% ABV. They could have called it an IPA. And then we got a 7 Brothers Juicy IPA at 6% ABV. There's a couple there really interest me. Well, they all interest me. There's a couple I want to read the descriptions to you before we kind of finish the video. But there's one thing I want to quickly talk about. This battle, only yesterday I was reading an article from South Wales. A local brewer was saying that, you know, he's basically not benefited at all. He's really struggling. He put a bottling plant in about 3 years ago. and he was putting a bottling plant in when everybody was canning. So he kind of like, he already signed himself up for bottles, and now, you know, everybody seems to want cans, and it's impossible now because he's installed this bottling line, which was a lot of money, and he's going to have to stick with it type of thing. But because of that, he's really struggled. He's really struggling to sell his beer online. So as much as there seems to be this boom in craft beer, there's also the other side of it. If you're involved in this supermarket craft beer boom, fantastic. Fantastic. You must be doing fantastically well. Breweries like Salt, their turnover and revenue must be through the roof. Vocation, Magic Rock, Brewdog, they'd all, even Cloudwater have jumped into the supermarket craft beer world recently with Tesco. And who can blame them? Northern Monk are in the supermarkets. The other slight concern I have, and it's more than a slight concern if I'm perfectly honest, it's more of a big concern, is what happens to your local bottle shop? What happens to this competition? I mean, there must be now in the supermarket, and this has only been from the last 3 or 4 years, there was next to no 440 millilitre cans at £3 a can 3 or 4 years ago. Now, between all of the supermarkets, there must be over 100. Must be over 100 cans. And they're expanding their range all of the time. So people have only got so much disposable income. Everybody's talking about the supermarket craft beer. The disposable income that people got are going to the supermarket, and who doesn't see any of that then? It's your bottle shops. And it is a concern. It is a concern. Some might be wondering, you know, I'm fueling the fire with this video, but this is what I do. I talk about beer, and it's very exciting at the moment for a lot of people, the supermarket craft beer. So that's the reason why I'm talking about it. I'm excited about it myself, but I do have concerns about the independent bottle shops, and to some extent, some of the independent brewers. So I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments box down below. We've got 8 new beers in Asda at £3 a can. 8.16, that's £24. That's £24. That's a lot of beer drinkers' change that won't be going to the local bottle shop. So I'd love to know your comments, love to know what you think about this whole situation, what's going to happen in the future, where are you going to be putting your money, love to know. Comment, subscribe, boom, cheers.